Money boy, money boy, money boy. Trade. Money boy, money boy, money boy. Trade.
Private jet flights overseas. Damn piece.
What's going on, Facebook? This is the Toxic Masculinity Show. I am your host, MoneyBoy Trey, and today we are going to be talking about Black economics and spirituality with my guest, Tamara Whitted, who has three very, very interesting businesses that cover all three of these things. One of them is called B5 Star, Bella Moon Herbals, or 5-Star Taxes. So first thing first, what is B5 Star?
So B5 Star is a consulting business. I help people, especially small businesses, get started, so I can help you get your EIN number, your DUNS number, get you set up with your state and local taxes, help you get your vendor license, website logos, whatever a small business may need to help them get off the ground. Also, B5 Star does credit repair. So we do credit restoration, not only cleaning your credit report, but helping you understand the fundamentals of credit and how to use it properly so you won't keep damaging it and be able to have that leverage that you need. And then 5-Star Taxes is self-explanatory. I am a licensed tax preparer, so I help usually my business clients. I move them over to my taxes, my tax clients, because I want to make sure that they're getting the most from their deductions.
So, what is, you said basic credit? What are the basic foundations and principles of credit, and why is credit important, especially in 2020?
A lot of people think cash is king. Cash, it is to a certain extent, but depending on where you go and what you're trying to do, you can have the cash, but if you don't have the credit behind it, there are certain things you just won't be able to obtain. So the basic fundamentals is teaching people that your credit history is important. It's important to make those payments on time. It's important to have history. Some people believe that, oh, I don't have credit, so that's good credit. That's untrue, very untrue. You need credit to build leverage. They have to have something to be able to judge you by, depending on what it is that you're trying to do.
Okay. And so what is Bella Moon Herbals?
Bella Moon is my alter ego. So Bella Moon is the spiritual side of Tammy, and no one calls me Tamara, not even my clients. So you can call me Tammy. Bella Moon Herbals, it started as kind of by happenstance. I've been into spirituality, and I post a lot about the different uses of herbs and oils and essential oils and things you can do to help heal yourself. It started with me. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I've had it for about 20 years. And so rheumatism, there is no cure, and I've been on lots of medications for a very long time.
Rheumatoid arthritis?
Right.
Okay.
And I've been on lots of medications for many years, all type of injections. And one morning I just got tired. I hate the needle. I've been giving myself these injections for years, and I still wasn't used to it. One morning I tried, I failed. That was a waste of $1,500. My vials were $1,500 a piece, and I had to take 2 a month.
Wow.
So I was just over it. I was like, I'm going to figure out something, and I'm going to learn to heal myself. So I began to research different herbs, different oils I can use, different mixtures, and it kind of grew from there. One particular person, a young lady, hit me up on Facebook, and she was like, I've been following you for a while, and here's my issue, and I want to know if you can put me together something to help with my issue. I told her to come over. She did. I mixed her up some stuff. I went to bed. The next morning, she had posted this review, which was hilarious. And Bella Moon started from there. So I had all these inboxes and friend requests asking, can I blend it? I was like, I don't even have a business. It's just something that I know how to do. And then it just kind of spiraled to all that junk you see back there.
What kind of products do you provide?
So I started with herbal aphrodisiacs. So her issue, and I want to get detailed into
freaky stuff.
Freaky stuff. People love the freaky stuff. That is my best seller because
I
people
have
like
4
sex.
baby mamas, so I like sex too. I can agree.
Yeah, see, sex sells. So people like the freaky stuff. I'm very, very good at the freaky stuff. It comes very naturally. So that is one of the major products. So I had what I created for her is called Bella Ready. Without divulging too much, I mean, she posted the review herself, but without divulging too much as to what her problem was, she was pregnant at the time, and it was an issue with her libido. And as most people know, the further along you get pregnant, a lot of times, as you go along, a lot of time you ain't feeling it. You don't want to be touched, you don't want to be rubbed. But if you got a mate, that's the issue. So that was her particular issue. I made her a smokable. So this is Bella Ready. This is a mixture of how many herbs I get in here? Eight different herbs. And I created this. I made sure it was safe for her to take while she's pregnant. And it's a smokable. So you roll it up just like you would a blunt, with or without weed. It works without. I like people to use it without because you do get a weed-like high depending on what herb you're smoking, but there's no THC.
Does that contain mugwort? Does that contain mugwort?
This one doesn't, but my Calm Moon, the other one I do, that has mugwort in it. And that's the other. That one I use for anxiety.
Yeah. Mugwort was used a lot amongst witches. Would you consider yourself a witch?
I don't. I get that a lot. To me, a witch is a wise woman. I don't care what people call me because I know who I am. I wouldn't consider myself a witch because the traditional term and the way people look at it is something demonic. They're not looking at where it's really derived from. So I don't use that word because unless I got time to really take you down through there and explain it, you're going to be confused and you're going to get a negative perception of me.
We got time.
I mean, now can I cuss on here? Because I cuss a lot. Okay. Yes. But I just wanted to make sure because I cuss a lot. I got to keep my
masculinity show. We keep it 99.9% real.
Okay, so I just want to make sure. So if I know I got to tame my tongue, but my thing, I really don't give a fuck what people think about me because I'm comfortable with myself. I don't use that term because, like I said, the negative connotation with it. But I've been called a herbal witch. I've been called a green witch. I've been called a whole lot of stuff. Whatever you want to call me, my shit works. I know what I'm talking about. You try it yourself. I don't have to force it on anybody. It's natural. It's herbal. If you go back and, I mean, just read up on it and read the different things. Like, for instance, mugwort. Mugwort is used a lot in divination. So if I'm making a candle or I'm trying to manifest something, I can use that. But also, it's very good for anxiety. It helps with I have a blend called Calm Moon. It helps with lucid dreaming. Now, if people are more into like astral travel and that type of stuff, it helps with that too, just depending on what you're using it for and your intentions. So that's what hers started with. She had an issue with her libido. I made her the blend. I went to sleep. I woke up and she sent me this long message how they didn't make it into the house. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. I don't think she put that. Well, it's too late now. But she sent me this long message about what happened. And then she posted on my page. And it was very hilarious. I love the explicit messages. It's turned into like my little pastime. People use the product and I love for them to text me. I have like my own personal porn in my phone because they just gonna text me and they text me all of it.
I get titties in my email all the time.
They send me pictures.
My email is in the description box if any ladies out there want to send me some titties.
All right, duly noted. So,
I mean, you can't be the only one having fun. Shit.
That's true. That's true. They send me pictures, like all kind of pictures. I'm like, wow, I'm glad y'all had fun. Y'all enjoyed it. And so that's how Bella Moon came about. So I had to come up with something quick. I got my assistant. She helped me. We came up with a logo. did all the business fundamentals of it. And this is my fun project. Bella Moon is I have a ball creating this stuff, testing it. And still, even though I've been selling it and people love it, every time someone texts me, I'm shocked the shit. I seriously be there like, this shit actually worked. Like,
don't say it actually worked, because that means you don't believe in your own product.
Well, I know that's just the honest human side of myself. I believe in my product, but it's still an excitement and a shock. Like, wow, like it actually worked. Like, y'all really like this. But I know it works, but at the same time, it's just still, isn't a joy every time that someone actually, they like it.
Yes, it feels good to get validation. People actually
Right.
believe in you. I definitely know the feeling. But let me ask you a question, because you commented on my post with Lou Nell with her ass out all in lingerie, and you said you would be willing to do that at 60. So please tell me, why would you do that type of spread that Lou Nell did at 60?
Because if that's what I felt like doing, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, okay, so I looked at her spread, and I think you asked me, what if it was my grandma? I may not want to see my grandma with a cheek spread, but if my granny, who's 68, decide that she wants this boost of confidence, and she got this agreement with Rihanna, she gonna do this line, I'm gonna promote the fuck out of her, and then I'm gonna block it and delete, because I'm still her granddaughter. I don't want to see it all the time. But if that's what's going to make her feel good, that's what's going to make her feel confident, then go for it. I'm sure there's plenty of other 60-year-olds out there that's trying to get them cheeks slapped. Yes,
this is my problem with that type of logic. Women will applaud what Lou Nell did, but they will talk shit about somebody like Tyler Perry putting on the dress and saying he sold out. So is not putting on lingerie and showing your ass at 60 not equivalent of selling out for the money? My thing is at 60. Well, my thing with her is it's not necessarily the lingerie ad. Is she 60? Do it with class and fucking taste.
But
why are you bent over? The men that are watching this shit, because I don't think there was any man out there that said, "Ooh, they're sexy as fuck." And I like cougars. That wasn't sexy to me. I have sex with 50 and 55-year-old women. That ain't sexy to me though.
Okay, but wait. What makes it not sexy? Is it because it's Lou Nell?
Because she's 61.
Okay, okay, how old is Janet? Janet old as hell now. If Janet put on the lingerie for Rihanna and bent over, wouldn't you say she was sexy?
I would tell her to sit her old ass down too. Leave that shit for the good. When you're old, that's just like seeing an old nigga walking around with his pants sagging in some Jordans. You gonna be like, bro. All the time. And you talk shit about him too, don't you? You be like, bro, are you old as fuck?
That's not my taste. That's not my taste. But there are some women.
I think I speak for all men when I said ain't nobody checking for. I'm gonna go on the limb here and say for all men, wasn't nobody checking for Linnell with that bullshit. I would have rather seen Lizzo in the same type lingerie and spread than fucking Linnell.
But that's ageism. You just saying it because of
it is what it is. It's exactly. It's just like how you talk about the old nigga with his pants sagging in the Jordans on. It's ages to leave that shit to the young niggas.
No, I don't even want to see the young niggas do it. So that's just not my preference. Now I have girlfriends that love older men. And they love that look.
Well, hey, what the fuck? What happened to my Bluetooth? I can't hear you. Something went on with my Bluetooth. Hold on. Oh, your mic is muted. Your mic got muted. That's why I couldn't hear you.
I don't know what happened, but I really just think it's because it's Lou Nell. I think if there was another over 60 woman who is very attractive,
I didn't say
problem.
At any point during this conversation did I say Lunel was not attractive, or did I say she too old for this shit? I have never said anything about
okay.
that lady's looks. I ain't said nothing about her
You
weight.
did.
I even said that I would have rather seen Lizzo in that same exact garb.
You didn't, but I'm gonna say it because I think that's most people's opinion. I think if it was another over 60 woman who was considered to be typically very attractive, no one would have a problem with it.
Now, here's the point where I ask you to keep it 99.9%. Do you see older white women doing this? And they got Victoria's Secret, Lane Bryant, all this shit. Do you see any older white women doing this for Elizabeth Taylor and White Diamonds and shit?
Well, Elizabeth Taylor and White Diamonds are different type of brands, but I get what you're saying. I haven't, not that I can think of. They are different kind of brands. They are not raunchy like that, but I get what you're saying. At the top of my head, no. I'm sure there's some older white cougar magazines out there. I just don't subscribe to that, so I ain't seen them.
You didn't see it like you saw Lunel. We saw that.
We did see Lunel, but look, she happy. She like it. I love it.
I'm not. Yeah, she like it. I love it. But I mean, at the same time, we elders are supposed to present them a certain type of way. Would you want to see Maxine Waters walking around like that? Would you want to see Rosa Parks doing it,
not
breaking it like that? But I'm just saying, we said Lunel. It's not like Lunel is like fucking ultra famous. She's a comedian. She has a nice size following, but she's not uber famous.
But I think it too who Lunel is, her personality. I wouldn't expect to see Michelle Obama doing it. I would consider that, and whether this is right or wrong, that's just how I fucking feel. I hold her to a different standard. So her class and her just because of her personality, what the personality she gives off, her whole aura. So I would be not offended, but I would be shocked to see that she did that. Lunel and her personality and her comedy and what she represents, I ain't shocked. It's like it's nothing that she really could do that would shock me because of who she is.
Well, I think since you cool with 60-year-olds doing lingerie, I think you should incorporate that with your libido line and get some popping. Since you know it's a whole bunch of grannies going wild out here.
Oh, my biggest clientele, they do not post on Facebook and leave reviews. But when I go to my Etsy page and see who buying it, it's the women over 50. Those are the ones who are going to message me privately. They're going to ask about Bella Lick. They're going to ask about the deep throat spray. They're going to ask the questions privately, but they're not going to ask them on social media like the others do.
Do you sell a lot of lube to the old ladies?
A whole lot of lube. Bella Lick. This is the Bella Lick. I made a 5-ounce just for my over 50 because the little 2-ounce wasn't getting it. So I made this just for them. And I answer all their questions very privately and professionally, but I know they're not going to post because I guess they just, they're trying to have some indiscretion. They don't want everybody
knowing. There's nothing wrong with that. I do fuck shit, but I don't tell everybody about it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
That's why I know them type women would never be the ones to be in the Fenty ad, no matter how much Rihanna did. Or they would be like, I will do it, but I'm not going to have my ass bent over and my tongue stuck out like I'm a 20-year-old. Rihanna is not even in her own ads like that.
That is true. Now, I'll be honest, I wouldn't have done that particular post. I would have been in the ad, but it would have been a little different for me, but that's just my personal preference.
Okay, so let's get back to what do we need credit for most in 2020?
Well, I would say people who are trying to buy a home, even the simplest things they're doing, you can't get a credit card. You can't even get an apartment without credit. I run into so many people. It's a lot different here in Memphis than it is in Detroit. A lot of Detroit are mostly income based.
We're real fit.
Okay, we gonna come back to that later.
You
Yeah.
know Detroit's trash.
Don't do that. I love both my cities. I'm equally Detroit and I'm equally Memphis. Don't get beat up
Home,
through the screen.
Hometowner here. Detroit's trash.
No, Detroit is not trash. I've
Well, the
spent
football team is. The
now
baseball team
that is
is.
true. But look at the Grizzlies.
The
Point
car.
blank.
We have John Morant, ma'am. Who do
Ooh,
y'all have?
I don't know, but it don't matter because it's
We
still
got
I still
we
like that.
got cheated out the playoffs. I don't even think y'all went to the bubble.
That's true. They are trash, but the city the city itself isn't. I love my city. I love both of my cities equally. I'm both part. Both of them have created me. So
How did Detroit people feel about the Flint crisis? Your mic's muted.
okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, now I can't hear you. What the hell is going on? Hold on.
I can hear you differently though. If you need to, just disconnect your headphones. That's probably what it is.
Mm-mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Toxic Masculinity Show. I am here with my guest Tamara Whitted, and we're just
No.
talking about all types of fuck
Okay,
shit.
just a second, because now I can't hear you.
You can't hear. Yep, your mic's muted again. Let me see if I can unmute your
Okay.
mic. Okay,
I'm gonna
it's
pause
probably
it
a
for a
delay.
second while I
It's
try to
probably a
figure out
delay
why I can't
because
hear
you
you.
keep hitting. Wow, you still can't hear me? Yeah, as usual, people, please go to all my social medias and just type in MoneyBoy Trade, like, share, subscribe, comment, follow me on all of that. If you are entertained and you like the show, there is a Cash App link in the title. There's also a PayPal link in the title where you can donate as well. And Miss Tamara Whitted is also willing to give away some of her products for you younger and older women that may want to try them. So if you're interested in her products, please leave a comment in the comment section or inbox me. I can hear you. It is vote day. They're saying that Biden is winning by a landslide. But you know what? They said that 4 years ago too, so I'm not really big on what the fuck they talking about. I'm really not. I don't trust the media, but they're saying vote. And I'm saying in places in Mississippi where they're saying that there's going to be extremely long lines because they're voting on the
Can you hear me?
legalization of marijuana. Yes, I can hear you. They're voting on the legalization of marijuana as well as the flag. Hey, just Tamara, leave the stream, exit it, and come back in and see if that helps. Just leave the stream altogether and come back. But yeah, they're saying there's going to be a lot of long lines in Mississippi, which is not shocking. There's going to be a lot of long lines everywhere because a lot of people did not early vote like they act like they were doing. And so that's just a byproduct of early voting. But what I'm very interested in seeing how long it's going to take them to actually declare a winner because we got a lot of people that decided to do the mail-in voting. And if it takes 4 or 5 days for us to get a winner, you'll understand why Trump was against mail-in ballots because it was going to slow down the fucking process. And then it always, when you do mail-in ballots, you have some people that work at the post office that are Democrats that may do some shady shit. You also have some people that work at the post office that are Republican that may do some shady shit. So that's the chance you take when you decide to do something like a mail-in ballot. You have all types of people from all types of backgrounds working at these places, handling mail, and could do unscrupulous shit. So that's why Trump was against it. It wasn't that he was trying to rig the damn ballot. He didn't have to do that. Like, people like him. But yes, Tamara, welcome back.
Okay. All right. Now, what are we talking about?
You being 61 modeling lingerie. No, I'm just kidding. I had asked you
Hmm.
what do we need credit for most in 2020?
I would say most in 2020 is just to give you the leverage that you need. A lot of places now, like I was mentioning, you can't even get an apartment without credit. You can have your money. I know I have several clients that they went to several apartments. They have their deposit. They had a first month last month, but they still cannot get an apartment. They still cannot move because of their credit history. And I think the misconception is, well, I have all my money and I just can't find anywhere that I can go to. And it's because your credit history follows you. And people don't understand that, especially now that eventually the dollar will be no more. There will be no more paper money, in my opinion.
I disagree with that.
Well, in my opinion, I don't think there's going to be, eventually it won't be any more paper money. Everything is going to be digitized.
You're gonna always need paper because we always have power outages and you can't swipe a card. How many
That is
times
true.
how many times have you been to a store and they've been like cash only because they damn machine down?
That is
And
true.
if the whole world goes to that, that means we're gonna have more outages because 24 hours a day you got everybody trying to swipe, 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 swipe. That's why I don't think money will ever. The paper money, it may lose value, but it will
Well,
never
yeah,
go out like.
it'll, right. Maybe not completely, but it'll definitely lose its value. But just to do the basic things now, you have to have some type of credit history, and it needs to be a positive credit history.
Okay, what are some of the things that we could do to build a positive credit history?
Well, if you've never had credit, you need to get credit, first of all. So most people hate to be told get a secured card. I don't know why. You can take $200 and put it on a secured card and build your credit. If you look at it as a savings account, I think it's just the logic of them thinking, oh, I got to pay money to get credit. It takes money to make money and to build anything. Take a secured card. You put 200 on that card. You still can use it. Use your money. That's your money. Use the money that's on the secured card. Use it and just make sure that you put it back on there before it's time for the statement to close. And you're still using your same allotment of money. There may be some fees, but there's fees associated with everything. So one of the quickest ways is to get a secured card. Signing up for sites like Fingerhood, getting jeweler accounts, things that will have small payments, but you're really trying to build that credit history. It doesn't matter how large the payment is. It doesn't matter how large the line is that you need to build something to show that you're trustworthy and you can be trusted with the credit limit that you're given. I need to plug on my computer. Another way because the payment history is about 35% of your overall report. And then there's also age. The earlier you start, the better. Your age of your credit matters a lot when you're trying to get high dollar loans or when you're trying to get lower interest rates. Even though, so say you got a credit card with a $5,000 limit, but it's only been open a year and that's all that's on your credit. You're still not going to get the rate and the line that you want because you don't have the age that's associated with it.
Are you familiar with credit redlining? And is that something that your company talks about when you meet with potential customers?
Yes, we do because we're not just trying to clean your credit and just leave you out there. The whole purpose is I want to help show you where once you finish with me, I don't want to keep making repeat customers. And I know that sounds crazy because people want you. That's what people think, you're trying to make a repeat customer. I'm not, because my customers are going to come by word of mouth because you're going to refer somebody else to me. I'm trying to help you where once you leave me, you don't need me. You can come back and seek some advice, but I want to give you the fundamentals and let you know what to look for so that you're not put into that box where you can't obtain the same interest rate as your white counterpart, even though you may have a higher income and a better job. But there's ways around it. If you know what you're doing, you build up your credit history as it should be.
All
And
right, because like I like to tell a lot of black people that when you go to fill out credit cards for a lot of these things, they simply look at the zip code that
mhm,
you have to determine that, and based off the zip code you live in, they determine how much that area is making. So one of the
right,
loopholes that I tell black people is to get you a PO box that's in a neighborhood that averages around $150,000 a year, or use somebody's address that you know in that area. That will that will greatly increase your chance of being approved and for having a high credit limit. And these are some of the things that we're never taught.
right. And even when you're doing your credit, you rebucket depending on the zip code you're in. So even adding that, changing that address and adding it to it as you're getting your credit fixed, and you want your score, because once you rebucket, so if the medium credit score in my area is only a 633, yeah, I'm getting my stuff off and getting these cars added. But once I rebucket, people don't understand why it's so hard to move up, because it's still going on your area's means. But adding that other address, because you can do the PO box, you can get virtual addresses. There's a couple ways you can do it,
You can
get
get your
around,
residential PO box too.
right? And so you can and there's a couple ways around that. So when you rebucket, you'll rebucket at that higher limit, because that's the average mean in that particular area. Okay, I gotta pause 1 second because I gotta get the computer charger. So give me a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Toxic Masculinity Show. I'm your host, MoneyBoy Trey. I'm talking with Tamara Whitted. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on this video. It's MoneyBoy Trey on all social media. Please go subscribe. Definitely go to my YouTube and subscribe, because I have content like this and more over there. And as y'all know, about every 30 days, I get banned from YouTube. I've been back Facebook. I've been back for about 2 weeks, and I've been on my best behavior, even though when I was about to call somebody a dumb bitch the other day, Facebook was like, hey, this may go against our policy, so I had to delete it. So they even giving me warnings now, so I'm trying to do better. But when I'm not on Facebook, when I'm in jail, when y'all don't see me post shit, because y'all know I post shit every day. When I'm not posting shit, that's because I'm in jail. But I'm still posting on YouTube, still posting on IG, I'm still posting on Twitter. So go like, share, subscribe, comment, follow me on all social media, MoneyBoy Trey.
Oh, so you stay in Facebook jail a lot?
Yes, every month. For about the past year and a half, every 30 days I get put in jail.
What you be doing?
Defending myself. For some reason on Facebook, people can call me a coon and a sellout and an Uncle Tom and an Oreo. But as soon as I call them a ratchet ghetto bitch or something like that, I mean, that they say that's a cross. that crosses the line.
That crosses the line.
Yeah, that crosses.
Maybe you gotta reword it. Put a Y with the I. Did you try that?
No, what it is I can't use any descriptive adjectives when I'm talking about black women. Because the last time that I got blocked, my message was nice. I actually asked the lady. I said, you must be one of those loud, wretched ghetto women that I talk about. So I didn't even call her one. And that was enough to get me blocked for 30 days. So I just have learned to not put descriptive adjectives in front of black women when I criticize them. It's been going far. It's been going good so far. So okay. What do you about what? So you've seen a few of my posts. What do you think about my viewpoints and what I say about black women? Because word on the street is I hate black women, and looks like you're black to me, and we're sitting up here having a great conversation.
Actually, to me, it doesn't bother me. A lot of things don't bother me. I think for me, I don't take stuff personal. So I may look at somebody else's viewpoint. I might even agree with you. I may not agree with the way you said it. Hell, I might think it's funny, but it doesn't bother me, because if I'm not associating with that description of that woman you're talking about, I don't give a fuck what you say, because it wasn't
Thank you. If that's not you, why would you be bothered? Like when women say niggas ain't shit, I know they're not talking about me. I know what the fuck I provide and bring to the table. So why would I be upset that you saying it? I already know you talking about the niggas you fuck with. Them niggas ain't shit.
True.
As Cat Williams said, you got to figure out what it is about your pussy that's attracting ain't shit niggas. Maybe they need to try some of your Herbal Moon Yanni cleanses and
They do. I got some for that too. I'ma call it niggas ain't shit cleanse.
Hey, you heard it here first. If y'all want to try the niggas ain't shit cleanse, please comment
hit
in
me
the
up. I got you.
Comment in there and we will make sure that you get some. She is giving away free products today.
Yes, I am. I will make a niggas ain't shit cleanse just for you, sis, because you might need to balance some chakras. You need to do something, because that is really true. I talk about that. I teach a chakra meditation class every other Saturday. Is this coming Saturday, and I'm very real in my class that this is not, we're not going to get in here because it's for women. We're not going to get in here and bash men. We're not going to get in here and talking about what they did to us. We're going to talk about you. You the fucked up one. Sometimes we got to take our mask up. We fucked up on the inside. It ain't always them. It's mostly us.
95%, y'all.
Wait. I ain't say 95%.
Okay? That is my talking point. Everybody, I say women are 95, black women are 95% to blame for the fucked up shit going on in the community.
I'm not gonna say 95%, but
the most high agreed with me. Look, before you start, I just want you to know, when I had this last live with 2 women, the most high came in and all of a sudden they got shut up. I wasn't touching it. Like, we were in the middle of the conversation and it just stopped. And I said, how y'all gonna argue with God? God literally made these women be quiet. He's on my side. So tread lightly.
Okay, well, I got my whole spiritual team. We here and we about it and we with the shit. So we ready. So you just let me know when we ready to go, because I'll call them out. But in my class, we do, I talk a lot about, we got to see why we attract those ain't shit niggas. It's not that you are what you attract. So women, I know you ain't gonna like this. Y'all probably ain't gonna want to fuck with me. I don't give a fuck, because I got my circle. I'm good with it. So that's my disclaimer before I say what I'm gonna say. If you're constantly attracting ain't shit niggas, it's because deep down, sis, you ain't shit. And you need to fix that. Once you be able to fix that, then you'll attract what it is that you're really seeking. But if that's all you get, if there's a pattern, the pattern isn't there just by happenstance. It's something that you're giving out. Your energy you're giving out is what you're receiving back in.
Exactly. And a lot of us don't take the time in between the relationships to even figure out what the fuck went wrong. We just jump into the next one with the same shit that we were doing that ran that person off in the same old baggage.
Right.
So what was I about to ask you? I forgot what the fuck I was about to ask. I've been a little it was I can't remember.
So you should have been smoking some Calm Moon. That would have helped you.
Well, I'm smoking, but it's not any Calm Moon.
That would have helped you.
Has your business thrived under the Trump administration?
I guess. I mean, I guess
until
you could say
COVID.
that.
We'll say until COVID.
Actually, to be very honest, COVID was the best thing that happened to me. I quit my job. I had a 9-to-5 during COVID to run my businesses full time. So I get people saying, and now COVID in other areas of my life has been horrible. I've lost people. But as far as my business, I look at it, if COVID either taught you, if you are a real entrepreneur or you one that's just your social media entrepreneur.
You're gonna eat started.
Yeah, I started 2 new businesses since COVID and was able to leave another business. Well, my actual job, my 9-to-5 job during COVID. So it really just brought out the hustler in you if you use it to your advantage. Exactly. Now, I ain't talking about the people that scam, but hell, that's a hustle too. As long as your ass don't get caught.
Yeah, if you don't get caught, it's a hustle.
Right.
But it seems like all the people that are getting caught are black. And I know that we can't be the only ones doing it, but we the only ones.
Oh, no. I have a whole group that I'm in, and they're white. I sit back and don't say anything because I figure if I say something, get noticed and get put out, I don't think they know I'm in there. because it ain't none of me in there, but I watch them and they are doing it. They're doing big money. Our problem is we don't know
We
how to
talk too
shut the
much.
fuck up.
We
Yes,
talk
we
too
talk
damn much.
too
Motherfuckers
much.
making rap songs and shit.
Oh my God, yes. We making rap songs, we doing YouTube videos, we going live, we talk shit. Get your shit and
We
shut the fuck up.
buying Lamborghinis as soon as we get the money.
Right. Get
We
your
ain't got
shit
no
and shut the
like
fuck up.
what they were supposed to do was have like a fake team of people on their payroll and just boop 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 boop. But you know it
Well,
greed and greed.
yes, greed, and we such a microwave society. So soon as we get something, we feel like, oh, we got to do something to show the next broke motherfucker that we ain't broke, but you really broke. Instead of holding on to it or stacking it away and popping out with your shit later, we don't know how to do that. We talk entirely too much. We too flashy, and we have to show everything, and that's why they're getting caught. The white people that's in this particular group I'm in. Them, and I sit back and watch, and they talk about how they getting over, and they sharing secrets. Yeah, go in here, put this, and change this number. But if you go to their pages, they have the most humblest little lifestyles. You wouldn't even know anything that they're doing with their businesses because they know how to keep their mouth closed.
And I mean that's how they were able to get away with such credit secrets and things like that.
Right.
So
That's absolutely true.
All day. Who'd you vote for? You mind saying?
I vote for Kanye. I voted for Kanye. I feel like, you know what? I went back and forth with between Biden and Trump. Honestly, Trump is an asshole, but I respect his assholeness because he is honest and upfront with it. I can't stand Trump. I'm be honest, but he's such an asshole. It's like the devil you know and the one you don't.
Why can't you stand him?
Because he an asshole. It's like I respect him because he an asshole, but then I can't stand him because he an asshole at the same time.
What successful business person isn't an asshole?
That is true, but he's a racist asshole. But the one thing about him being a racist asshole, he lets you know he's a racist asshole.
How is he a racist asshole? Please explain.
His comments, the whole, if you listen to it talk, he tells you.
I want you to tell me.
You want me to say I can't pull up any specific instances.
Well, how you gonna say he racist then? You can't do that.
He is.
But
I just can't recall any specific instances right now because
do
you
you
put me on
see?
the spot, but I will come back with them later.
Do you see the flaw in that though? You walk around with the idea that he's racist, but you can't even say one thing that he said that was racist.
I can't say verbatim one thing. I can recall many instances, but don't worry, I'll come back. I'll post them. I can post them on here. I give you a whole list.
But I'm just saying that is how they get us. We literally don't have to have any proof. Like you should have at least one thing. Like if somebody said, "How you know David Duke racist?" The first thing that I would say was he was the leader. He was a grand wizard of the KKK. I got something to draw on.
That's true.
That man isn't racist like this. This man had 87. This man had 87 rap songs by black rappers saying they wanted to be like him. When did he become racist?
His views are very racist. Not only just racist, just his
views against anti-Americans or black people.
His views, well, I would say against black people. Yeah,
I'm listening. Give me one. I'm giving you because this is the same guy that gave HBCUs funding for 10 years instead of them having to come back every year. Just the same guy that's done the criminal justice reform, signed that into law. It's the same guy that's been letting black people out by the wazoos. So I don't understand how he could be racist. Obama didn't even do all of this shit, and he was black.
That's true, to get the black vote. Trump,
but didn't Obama have to get the black vote? Ain't Joe Biden having to tell black people you ain't black and talk to Cardi B Ain't Kamala Harris to get the black vote having to say she smoked weed and saying Tupac is her favorite rapper that's alive and this nigga been dead for how long?
I missed that one. Wait a minute. Well, I'll have to go back and look at that. When she do that?
A couple weeks ago, but didn't Hillary Clinton have to say she got hot sauce in her bag to get the black vote? Both sides do shit to get the black vote.
Right. And
But
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying, but
but we
that's what
can't.
he did to get the
But
black vote.
well, if you do something for black people, then you're not racist. A racist person ain't doing shit for you.
I don't believe that.
I mean, in Jim Crow, did they fuck with black people until they were forced to?
You got a point, but I still don't believe that. I think it's still a it's still a delay for the overlay. I still don't believe that. I'm gonna do what I got to do to get what I
See,
want. But
only a
wait,
woman can deny common sense and logic.
for real?
Yes, only a woman can deny common sense and logic. If
And
you
people
are
do it
right,
very well.
hold up, and we got
Uh-huh.
some racist grandpeople. We got some racist grandparents.
Yes.
They do not fuck with white people. If you're
Now that's
racist,
true.
you don't
I ain't gonna
fuck with
call out
them.
mine, but yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I heard Peckerwood so much growing up around my uncles, great uncles, and shit. Like these motherfuckers is racist. That's why I say all the time it's the older generation that's keeping racism alive. If you look around, you will see black and white people kicking it all day, every fucking day.
I have some great white friends, and we have a good ass time when we get together.
That sounds racist.
Oh, it does.
I
Why?
mean, when the white guy says, "I got some black friends," don't we be like, "That's some racist ass shit"?
No, my white friend. I know she says that, but I think it just you how you take
We
it in.
have black. I
That
have black friends.
yes, and I know my white friends say that, and I call her my snow bunny, and neither one of us is offended because that's how we relate to each other. Now, someone on the outside looking in probably would, and I've asked her, Does that offend you that I call you my little snow bunny?" And she said no. She was like, Does it offend you because I tell people that you're my black friend? No, I'm black. I'm your friend. Put it together. I'm your black friend.
So, what led you to spiritual? Do you call it African spirituality, or you just call it spirituality?
I just call it spirituality. I mean, it is derived from I don't call it African spirituality because there are other aspects that I look at. I follow some of the Hindu laws, so it is not just necessarily African. I think sometimes we take it and try to own it. When we do that, to me, that becomes a religion because you try to own it. You put all these rules and stipulations, what you can and can't do, who can and cannot practice, and then it becomes a religion.
And
And
it
I don't
becomes
look at it like that.
racist. And it
And it
becomes
becomes
racist.
racist. Okay, and it becomes racist. So no, I just call it spirituality. And
So,
as far as what led me to it, moving here. So I in Detroit. I've been a member of my church very heavily. Like I taught Sunday school for 12 years. I was deaconess. So once I left and got here and was looking for a church home, figuring that I was never really comfortable. I couldn't find anywhere I liked. And I had to realize that my attachment was not necessarily to the church. It was to the leaders of that church and the closeness and attachment that I had with them. Once I left them and was looking for somebody else and sitting in different churches, I'm like, oh, this is some bullshit. So,
yeah.
and I mean, not to offend anyone, but hey, I mean, just listening to the doctrine and the things that and I still call them my pastor and first lady. My pastor and first lady really taught. They taught us the things that necessarily most pastors don't want to teach you because it opens your mind instead of the things that are meant to keep you captive and keep you close. And because of that, that's the relationship I formed coming here, well, just coming from there. And now that I was open looking for someone else, I wasn't getting that. And most of the time I was sitting in the back like, this is some bullshit. You're just telling people and you're not teaching the why and why this was happening, what was going on at this time. And you just giving me a bunch of rules and regulations I'm supposed to follow, but you're not telling me why. Tell me why I'm supposed to do this. And they weren't teaching me anything. So
Who got the better preachers, Detroit or Memphis?
I can't say because I just had the one that I've been under.
Okay, I was just gonna
Now,
use that as another
I know
example
you
of how
was, and I wasn't
they're
doing
trying
it. Not
to
today. Next episode.
you're a fast learner.
Yep, not
Fast
today.
learner.
Yep,
It's okay though. Where was your first lady and pastor from that you said really got
Detroit.
to you?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
yeah. Nah. Now I know some great there are some great pastors here that I know personally, as far as went to school with them and I've listened to them, but I just decided that for right now this is what's working for me, and it's been working for me. So
So, I mean, did you try to question them and they refused to answer you, or what was
oh
it that
yeah, I
convinced
have
you?
several Facebook battles with some pastors that eventually I just get blocked, and I be thinking to be healthy conversation, like I ain't cuss.
Me
You
too.
know, I ain't saying no bitches and hoes. I was keeping it real good, but I was challenging what they were saying. And then when I go back to comment, I'm
Yep, you ain't supposed to question God.
blocked. But they ain't God.
I know, but I mean, they're supposed to be
Right,
God's servant, and that's one of the major problems I used to have with it. I'm like,
right.
well, what the fuck? We can't ask. It says not to lean on your own understanding, but at the same
Thank
time,
you.
it's like we can't question anything. It don't make no
Exactly.
sense.
Exactly. And that's so I've had a few, and it was some that I really wanted to finish the conversation, but then I go back and it was like, you can't comment on this post. It's really sad. They blocked me. But I hope they come back around and open that door for the conversation.
Nah,
I doubt
they full of shit. They won't. They don't
I
want to
doubt
be embarrassed in front of their flock. I've been there, done that.
And that's the thing. It's not a embarrassing thing. Everybody's in a constant state of learning. So just because I bring up a point that you may not have looked at it that way doesn't mean that I'm any higher, you're any less. Why we can't just agree to disagree? Or
Because,
both go back and say, you know what, let me go research and let me go look at it and come back to the table and discuss our opinion.
because they're old and think they can't be wrong.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And one of the things that I have a problem with is that they never do anything to empower the black community. Like, if there's someone like you in a church that offers credit, help, and restoration and things of that nature, why wouldn't they attempt to go into business with you to get everyone in the congregation credit fixed? Because if everybody in the congregation is making more money, you know what the church gets?
Right.
More of that 10%. But I don't know why they don't think like that.
But that's because most of the time there's the greedy mentality. And then the mentality of I can't bring someone who may have a little more knowledge, not even more knowledge, but not more knowledgeable in the area that I'm not knowledgeable in, because that's going to exalt them higher than me. Now, one thing I could say about my bishop and first lady, they did that. They brought me in several times. Hey, I want you to give a seminar. I want people to come and ask. I want such and such need help. I want you to help them. And I still do. And that's why I said that attachment, because I felt like we were actually doing some stuff. We were making a difference versus I went other places and, try to jump in. Hey, can I help? And it was, oh, well, you got to sign up on this committee. You got to be here 6 months to do this. I got to be here 6 months to give out some blankets to the homeless. What the fuck? I do this every year by myself. I'm coming with my knowledge and my skill set, but you telling me I got to join and be a member and all these red tape before I can make a difference? But God is supposed to be love. And I got to go through all this to be able to show love to some other people. That's some bullshit.
Man, if you actually pay attention to the Old Testament, God is anything but love. God is an asshole.
What? What? Okay, now you got to explain why.
Look at all the killing and the fuck shit God did. God wanted Abraham to sacrifice his son. God said that he wanted to let the slaves of Egypt go, but he hardened Pharaoh's heart. And in order, like when you harden his heart, that meant Pharaoh was going to let the Hebrews go. But you said, nah, bro, be stubborn. Don't let them go. So that you could do 10 plagues that affected the Egyptians and the Hebrews.
Well, okay,
And
let me
then on
reword
your
that.
final plague, you went and you killed a whole bunch of black kids. Because the Egyptians were black, so you killed a
That's
whole
true.
bunch of black kids for you. You hardened his heart to turn around and kill all their kids. God was an asshole. God flooded. God flooded the earth. He killed everybody. He destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. He allowed Lot to say, "Hey, don't rape the men of the town. Take my daughters." God allowed 42 kids to be killed because they called his prophet Baldy. He did a whole bunch of evil shit. Just be real.
I wouldn't have worded it like that, but I get what you're saying. I think the concept of God and Christianity is supposed to be love. Most people don't exhibit it. I do believe that. I truly believe that that's what the concept is supposed to be.
Okay, check this out.
Okay,
When
go ahead.
Moses came down from the mountain when he had just gotten the 10 commandments, God knew that they were down there worshiping another idol. His commandment to Moses was tell them to take out their swords and kill 3,000 of them. How is that love?
I said the concept. The concept. I
It,
believe
but,
the
but
concept.
the concept to him can't be love because he did so much evil shit in the Old Testament.
I wouldn't have, well, I guess I want to use the word evil. I
If
gotta think of a
somebody
word I want to.
we said what Hitler did was evil, God destroyed the earth and whole cities. How is that not evil?
Yes, but it
Keep
was
it
a
real.
reason. That's true. It was a reason behind it, though.
Hitler had a reason behind his shit too.
No, you can't
Yes,
put.
he did. I'm just being with it.
No,
He had
no,
a
no,
reason.
no. You can't put God and Hitler in the. Them just two just don't mesh with me.
Hitler was doing ethnic cleansing. God said that 2/3 of the people will die. That's the same thing as ethnic cleansing. He says only 144,000 will get into heaven. And that's been since 6,000 years ago, and niggas still think they getting in. Niggas in 2020 still think they getting in like it's some spots open.
They ain't ready for that conversation. That's part two.
That's what they get. Every time I give them something.
See,
I'm a toxic masculinist, but I
this is
drop
why you stay in Facebook jail.
Well, no, I stay in Facebook jail for typing. My videos don't get me in trouble.
Oh, okay.
My videos don't get me in trouble. Typing back to be like nothing that I ever actually post gets me in trouble. It's me responding back to the people that comment on the post that gets me in trouble.
You know what? You need a female black assistant.
I do not.
To
well, you know
respond for you. See, you like my idea. You thought about it. See.
Yeah. They won't, but the Facebook algorithm will not determine that that's the female because again, if I put a descriptive adjective in front of it, it's gonna flag me off top. I'm just in there.
No. I'm saying you need another person on your team that's gonna come in and she gonna do the responses.
Got you.
Yeah.
She just do all the responses, and she's a black woman, so she can say whatever the fuck she wants to.
Exactly.
Well, now black men can say what they want to me too, as long as they're Democrat. Like they can call me Coon and Oreo, and it'd be cool. It don't bother me though.
But if they're Republican, they can't.
I mean, it's not. How many black Republicans do you know that are open with it?
None that are open. I know some, but they secret with it. But
why is it that they have to be? Why is it that they feel like they have to be secret with who they vote for?
Because they don't want their ass whooped, basically. Around the people that they're hanging with, it contradicts the lifestyle that they portray, and the people they're around. So they have to be secret with it.
What lifestyle that they portray?
I know. Now, choose my words because I don't want to reveal this person. I know somebody who, the lifestyle they portray is that they are democratic, they for the people, and then they so pro-black, very pro-black. But what? No. You asked me. I gotta keep going. What?
I need clarification. Where is the book that says that being for the people is default Democrat?
No, there isn't one. But that's why I said you gotta let me. I'm telling you, this is what they say. They are very pro-black. They proclaim that they're Democratic and that Republicans. This is what they say. But I know them personally, and I know they're Republican.
Being pro-black is just as racist as being a white supremacist.
Why?
Because if white people can't say that white power and all of this shit, then black people can't say it either. When white people say white power and therefore white unity, we label them white supremacists and say that they're racist. So how is saying we was kings and we got melanin, so we're genetically superior, yada yada yada, any less racist?
Well, I don't. So I consider myself to be pro-black, but I don't consider myself to be superior. So I guess it's just how you look at it.
Touche. Have you watched Hidden Colors?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, nah, you ain't pro-black then.
Oh, you gonna call my black card because I ain't watching?
Oh no! I'm saying that's a good thing. You're not.
Oh, okay,
you're not pro-black. I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the pro-black that blame the white man for everything. It's the white man.
Oh no.
We did this, we did that, and the white man.
No, I don't like those type of people because that's self-deflecting. You don't want to take blame for anything that goes on in your community and in your life. So I don't do that. That's just my opinion. If my life fucked up, it's because of some shit I did.
So you're pro-black. Let me ask you a question. Do you agree with Black Lives Matter?
Yes and no. I believe that Black Lives Matter as far as we're looking at systemic racism, but just saying that Black lives matter, but brown lives and other lives don't matter, then no, I don't agree with that. Everybody should matter.
What is systemic racism?
Looking at, I would say just being pulled over just because you're black, or the likelihood that I'm going to, if I get out of the car, if a black man gets out of a car with a rifle, he's going to be shot. Whereas a white man can get out of a car holding that same rifle. He has a good likelihood that he's going to be put in the back of a police car and taken to get McDonald's after he killed every damn body before he goes to jail.
Have you been pulled over before because you were black?
No, actually.
Do you think LeBron James in his Brentwood, Hollywood, Beverly Hills area has ever been pulled over because he was black?
Yeah, for somebody who didn't recognize who he was, yep.
This nigga been famous since he was 14. He's 36. You want to say that again?
Yeah, I'm serious. I would believe if there was someone who did not know who he was.
He has never come out with that story.
And I don't think he would.
Why wouldn't he? He came out and said his damn house was spray painted with the word nigger on it when he was in damn Cleveland. And before the police could get there to make the report, the shit was covered up. He came out with that story. Why wouldn't he come out and be like, man, I was driving in Brentwood one day and the police pulled him over. They ain't know who it was.
I just don't think he would. But I really believe if there was someone who did not know who he was, then he would be.
Has systemic racism stopped you from opening up and owning 3 businesses?
No.
So what is it then?
It's just what I just said. There's a stigmatism of, for instance, my vehicle, I won't let my son, my oldest son, drive my vehicle. Why? Because I figure if someone sees him and his color in my car, being a male at his age, he's going to immediately be pulled over. They're not going to hear that's my mom's car. They may not even ask to give him a chance to get license and registration to prove who he is. I'm serious. That's how I feel.
Are you teaching him this seriously?
I'm very serious.
But
I'm
why?
very serious.
Me too. I'm saying, why would you teach him that if you haven't even experienced that in your car? You're teaching fear.
I'm not teaching fear. I'm teaching him to be aware of fear. It's not that I don't have a fear, but honestly, women do get pulled over. Now, there's been instances, but women get pulled over less, or black women get pulled over less than black men will. And that's just my opinion. So yes, I teach them not fear, but I'm teaching him to be aware. There's certain, if there's not a need for you to be in this type of flashy vehicle like this in this area, don't do it.
But you're assuming that he's going to encounter someone that stereotypes him. And in Memphis, there are more black officers than there are white officers.
That's true.
Why would you need to teach him to be scared of the white officer when you're in a city where there are more black officers and you haven't even been profiled for the vehicle that you drive?
I don't care if they're black or white. Some people just have a power mentality. I believe a lot of officers, and I know some wonderful police officers that I love very dearly, but black or white police officers, most of the time they get that power mentality. So I'm not teaching him that watch out for the white. I'm talking about any, just period, because they feel that they have that power mentality and it goes to their head. And so now they unprofiled you and you ain't even did nothing.
The only thing I've talked to my son about a traffic stop, he's 17, is to, when he gets pulled over, put both hands on the steering wheel, roll your window down, put both hands on the steering wheel. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's it. I don't tell him that he may get pulled over because he's black, because he may never get pulled over in his life. There are people that never get pulled over. So that's one of the things that's one of the things I give my mom credit for too. She never gave us that there's this whole big racism thing, and I appreciate it now, because if you've never experienced it, then to you it doesn't exist. And I can say that I've never experienced it, so there's no need for me to tell my son that somebody may be able to get you, or this is going to happen. That's why I was asking you about systemic racism, because we'll say that a lot while we've never been a victim of it. You were able to start a business. I was able to start a business. A lot of people are able to start businesses. And the only difference between us and everybody else is we had the drive to say, fuck it, I'm going to go do it. We stopped making excuses and we just did it.
I agree with that. But I still believe in my kids. I'm not instilling fear in them, but I want them to be aware that everything ain't always just peaches and cream.
Question. Has their dad taught them that?
No. This is me. I can tell you, this all me.
95% of the problem. And I'm going to assume that their dad is black, right?
Yes.
There's a reason that he hasn't taught them that as a black man, because we understand that we're subconsciously teaching our kids to be in fear of white people constantly with that mentality. I mean, you don't mean any harm by it. You care for your son, and that's why you're saying, but you want your son to come home every day. But subconsciously, women don't realize they're telling black men that you're going to be pulled over just because you're black. And that's like really not the truth. That may have been true once upon a time, but that's really not the case anymore. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's not a majority thing.
But I don't want them. I think my thing is they need to know both sides. And also, like my two youngest kids, they have experienced colorism. They are very much lighter than I am. And they didn't understand it. moving here has been a culture shock.
Who did they experience it from?
Children at school.
Keep it 99.9% real. What color were those children?
With my daughter, they were the dark-skinned black girls, and my daughter's very fair with light eyes.
And you know who taught them that?
They mama.
95% of the black community. You've agreed with me twice. Let's keep moving.
I'm being honest. It was their mom, and I had to teach her that. Coming home from school in tears, I had to teach her, or even going up to the school and having kids say, "That ain't your mama." Like, how that ain't my baby? My baby look just like me. I'm just several shades darker than she is, but she did not understand that. She didn't understand why they was being so mean to her, or why they was saying what they were saying to her. So then I had to go into, okay, yeah, I want to make you aware. I don't want to make you have fear, but you need to be aware so you can know how to handle it.
Do you think colorism is more of an issue that affects blacks than systematic racism? Keep it 99.9% real.
Before, if I hadn't had my daughter, I would say no. But now with my daughter, yeah. Because I see it. I didn't see that because I'm darker. But seeing it through her eyes and the stuff, and she's young, she's only 10. She about to be 10. Seeing and listening to the stories she tell me just coming from school, and we talking about 4th graders, 3rd graders, 5th graders. So I would say yeah, because the things that are coming out these little girls' mouth, they're not making it up. They ain't coming up with it all. This stuff that's being poured into them from some as angry as black woman.
Yes. And then that's another thing. Like dads don't. Men understand that we're judged by the world, so that shit doesn't bother us. We have black women say they don't date dark men. We got white women say they don't date black men. We have everybody saying that. We're used to people telling us what they don't accept, so it doesn't bother us like it does women.
Right. That's true. I unfriend a lot of men. That is a pet peeve. I cannot stand to see a man commenting on, it was some guy, he made a post that said, dark-skinned women get fed steak and potatoes. Light-skinned women get fed. It was like McDonald's or some shit like that. And I immediately unfriended because I'm like, come on now. You just, I understand now. I'm all for a good joke. I post bullshit all day. But some stuff, it's like, okay. Now what, and I went through, and this is your constant, okay, you like dark-skinned women. I just say that. It ain't gotta be why is there such a separation?
Right. I personally love dark-skinned women.
And that's your preference.
I just say I love them. I'm saying I don't dislike anybody else. I'm just saying I have an affinity for them. They're at the top of my list, but everybody else gets dated too.
Right. But I've seen several, and that particular one, it just got on my nerve. Like, that was just, okay, come on. That's just too much. And I'll be honest, I think I know it's because I have a very light child. Both of my children are light.
Who tell them they got pretty hair and shit all the time?
I don't really do that. It's usually the kids at school. Even my kids didn't even know there was a difference until it's school. They come home and get asked, well, why is my baby has asked me before, is she white? I'm like, no, baby, you are very black. Your mama black, your daddy black. This, your melon just decided to do this. This is what it decided to do. And
I have 3 boys and 1 daughter. My daughter's only 2. So my boys haven't experienced this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect them to have to.
Yeah, so I've had her come home where she's been told she was adopted because I came to the school and the little girl told me that couldn't be your mama. And you must be adopted because your mama ain't got green eyes. Your mama dark and she got brown eyes, but your eyes green. And she come home crying. I'm like, look, first of all, they don't know your mama is 1/4 ratchet. I would come up there and drag them kids. And I'm trying not to do this. I'm drag kids, the mama, the grandma, and the auntie. So I need you to tell them before you need to. I'm gonna teach you how to check this, so I don't have to come up there and check it because it's gonna be very ugly if I do.
Typically, I'm non-violent, but my breaking point is fucking with the kids.
Yes.
You can do anything you can fuck with everybody else except for
Leave the kids alone. Exactly. Leave the
breaking
kids alone.
And that go for mama, whoever, stranger, anybody. Nobody can attack the kids.
Right. Anybody can get it.
Yeah. So again, let me ask you again. In your life personally, is police brutality and systematic racism one of the biggest issues in your life personally?
No.
So why do you think it is not? It is like that for a lot of us. So why do you think we hearken on that more than other stuff?
Because that's what's portrayed in the media. That's what's being centralized. That's what we see. So because that's what's always put in front of us, a lot of us are not going to go and research or read or look at anything else other than what they want to give you.
I literally do not watch TV. I take that back. I watch TV when sports are on. That's the only time I watch TV.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot. I watch a lot of Netflix. So I binge watch something stupid just because I want to say I watch TV. But other than that.
I mean, if I do Netflix or something, it's going to be like some, what do you call this shit, National Geographic, or I forgot that damn ancient Egypt, whatever the fuck they call it, where they try to say everything was built by aliens. I do documentaries and things like that, but typically I don't watch a lot of TV. So what made you vote for Kanye? Like what made you go for him? Because I personally wrote myself in.
You wrote yourself. I thought about that too, but I was like, I got something else to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Actually, because even like this morning I made a post. It wasn't so much about the vote for Biden or for Trump, because personally it is nothing that made me want to vote for either. I got up because I felt that I had, only for my ancestors and the people before me who died to have a right to vote, I went and exercised my vote. That was my own personal reason. I got on there. I had looked at some of the independents. I was like, you know what? Kanye crazy as hell. I'm a little crazy. I'm going to fuck with Kanye today. And I'm going to vote for Kanye.
Where are your ancestors from?
You know what? I got a genealogy thing coming, so I'll let you know when it comes for real.
Mine are from Wales, United Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
But if the qualifications to get reparations is just being brown skin, sign me up.
I will spit my word.
I'm just saying, like, all of us do not have slave descendancy.
Now I do. As far as from my grandmother and grandparents, I do know there is a history of slave in our family, but as far as the entire genealogy, I don't know yet. So I'm just waiting.
My great grandmother was white.
Okay.
On my mom's side.
Okay. And
my dad's side is the part that's from the UK.
Okay.
So
yeah. And I think that's a misconception. Every Black person think that their great grandparents and ancestors were slaves and picking cotton.
But that ain't true, because them niggas will say we was here, we was natives, we was the Indians.
Right. So, and that's what I'm like, I heard somebody else say that. I'm like, that's such a misconception that everybody and that's why I don't call it African spirituality. My grandmother, and I know everybody say this, but she's Indian for real. But she is her mother was Indian, and you can tell in her features. But I know there's every Black person like
red dot Indian or Native American Indian.
She was Native American Indian.
Okay, not the Motel 6 on in India.
No, not the Blackfoot and what's the other one we all claim, Cherokee? Not those two, but like actual Native American Indian. And so that's why when I say I study spirituality, it's not just African. It didn't just derive from Africa. There were people that were already here chilling before, people decided to come in and invade on the land.
Invasion is part of life.
It's true.
That's how. That's how we got to we were. Like, if we think about the whole term of terrorist and terrorism, at one point, the United States were terrorists to Britain. We stole their tea.
The United States is the biggest terrorist. We come in and just think we regulate everybody, every country.
I think we do. We do got the big dick. That's why I like Trump. Trump is like, hey, my dick bigger than yours. Try me if you want to. That's what America used to be, though. That's why I said walk with a big stick.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have that one.
That's why women were in the kitchen when we were walking around with the big stick, whooping folks' ass, making this country great.
Oh, he want to get shot through the screen. Not today, Lord.
Shoot me. Shoot me. Come on with it, because I did an episode a couple episodes ago when we were talking about repealing the 19th, and the brothers made some great points about repealing the 19th.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go back and what episode was that?
Like
we need to bring them back for we need to bring them back for part 2.
Oh, we touched on it in the last episode too. It just was like, shit, we was out there putting in work while y'all was, we're not knocking y'all's role, but we were putting in work, and y'all had a role too, because somebody had to raise the kids, cook the meals, all that shit, while we were fighting for the country and building the country.
So do you think that the roles could be reversed?
No.
No.
I think that, let me explain. Well, let me elaborate. I think that men could do the role of being a stay-at-home dad. I think women could build skyscrapers in cities and do the actual manual labor? No, because you don't see them do it. If you look at any tape from 9/11 where those towers fell, show me one video where it was a woman worker running into that fucking building.
Now, I'll be honest, I'm not finna get out there and build a skyscraper, but I'll create some shit that's gonna build it.
That's why the roles can't be reversed. I ain't saying y'all can't come up with the designs. Y'all can come up with the designs, but would y'all actually do the manual labor? No. But men could actually be stay-at-home dads.
You think men can be nurturers?
I was one of them, and it's been documented on Facebook. I was one of them. And stats prove that men are better parents than women.
What? I'm about to fall out this chair.
Yes.
What's that?
Yeah. Stats say it.
From who?
The people that do the stats. Just do it. Does it matter? Just do it. Type it in. There are several studies on this.
Yeah, I need to see this.
If you look up who initiates divorce, women initiate divorce 70%. Men will stay there and be miserable until the kids get grown.
No. And why do we initiate divorce? Because we started suffering.
Again, the man will suffer until the child is grown.
But see, y'all suffering and having fun. We just suffering.
How are we having fun?
Because you still doing what the hell you want to do. Why you
and y'all don't have the opportunity to do so?
Let us do it. Come on, let us do it.
Y'all
be crying. No.
I don't know about it. No, the beta males in the simps would cry.
Really?
Yeah, right.
But so if an apple, wait. So
what did your
I
Google
ain't got to it
inquiry
yet
show?
because I was talking to you. Hold on. Look,
What did that Google inquiry show?
I'm about to look.
Men are better parents.
Mm-mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the
I don't
Toxic
believe it.
Masculinity Show. I am here with my guest, Tamara Whitted, and she is going down. She's about to be knocked out with a TKO
No.
on this last point
Not today.
about men being better parents.
No, not today.
Like, share, subscribe, comment on this video. Go to all my social medias, especially YouTube,
What?
and
Hold on, just a second.
subscribe at MoneyBoy Trade.
Okay, not right now. Clubbing up.
If you like the content, there is a Cash App and a PayPal link in the description. Fuck with your boy. We're waiting on her to pull up this search. It's really not hard. I know you've seen
I'm
seven
being
studies.
very no. I'm making sure my wording is very.
Just ask Google, are men better parents than women, and watch all the studies that show up.
I'm finna look at these studies and who conducted these studies.
If you Google,
I'm on Google.
if you Google who kills their kids more, men or women, you will see that women pop up first as killing their kids more.
And that's mostly due to postpartum depression.
Or whatever.
Men don't have postpartum depression.
That is false. Again, I am one of those men that had to be a stay-at-home dad. I was not expected to be thrusted into it. And this was my fourth child. So this is a brand new experience. I was never expecting to be thrusted into a full-time whatchamacall. So I had postpartum depression because I was going through some shit I had never been through before. But I had to step up because mom was going through her shit. So if both of us decide to go through it, then what?
And I'm reading this article, but did you read it in its entirety?
There's more than one.
I'm looking at several, and I'm reading through several.
More than one.
So there is one that says fathers are happier parents than mothers. But if you read through, it says that the fathers are happier parents than mothers because of the relationship and the type of time that is spent with the
Doesn't
child.
matter. Doesn't matter. I said they're better parents. That's all that I care about. That's all that I care about. I don't care about the reason. I don't care about the reasons why. Because you know what y'all's number one reason is? Y'all would be like, moms have a natural connection because they was inside us. Bull crap.
No, women are nurturers. But you know what you sound like? Them pastors I'm talking about that say, I don't need to tell you the reason why. This is what you're going to do.
I didn't say that. I said, I don't need to hear the reason why. You can tell me, but at the end of the day, it still says that men are better parents.
No. It was taken out of context. All you did was read the title.
Whose context? Your context?
No, the context of this whole article that I'm looking through right now.
What about the other 30 articles?
I'm going to go through the other 30. Give me time. I'm going through all of them. I'm going to screenshot them. I'm going to go back there and read all of them too. And I'm going to take quotes.
That could be our next episode.
Yep, I'm screenshotting right now. And
we can do a call-in show. We can do a call-in show, men versus women, who are better parents. I got stats on my side, baby. Stats and studies.
I got stats and studies too, and I'm gonna show you what these stats and see. This is clickbait. They gave you this title to make you think.
Okay, well, type it in the other way then. Type it in the other way. Type in, are women better parents than men? Okay. And see what you get. You're still going to get no.
See, I put it, why mothers are better parents. I have several studies that show the same thing. I'm on the phone. Close my door. Close my door. Close my door. Okay, close my door. I love you. Bye. You don't want nothing.
She lying.
No, I'm looking at this. Why mothers are better. You want me to show you? You ain't gonna be able to see it. But
I think
y'all else. Yeah, you can't see it. But they right here. I'm looking at it. That's okay. I'm gonna have my research and my quotes ready.
Are those op-eds or are those studies?
These are studies, sir. That's what they are. They're studies.
Okay, what does it say? Does it say they're better?
Yes, it do. And it breaks it down why. And see, like women stuff, we have bullets and PowerPoints, on ours. So it gives me the bullets and the little
You're
points.
pro-black, so if that's written by a white person, you got to throw it out.
Don't do that. No.
You pro-black.
No. I'm not pro-black in that way.
You
I'm pro-black
pro-black.
as in
You have to
I
throw it out.
support our black people, but I love everybody. I'm filled with love, light, and I can be with the shit sometime. But that's all me bottled up in one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're
Mm-hmm.
better parents, and
No.
only 5% to blame for the fuck shit going on.
No, I think it's equally 50-50.
Nah.
It's equally 50-50. We take some blame. It's equally 50-50.
Did the men or the women teach those kids that were messing with your daughters about the colorism?
Now, this is my opinion. I don't know. It could have been some men, but my opinion was it was some others.
Not 50-50 then.
That's just my opinion. In this
Do
instance,
men or women encourage their daughters to twerk online?
I think that's encourage their daughters to twerk.
Yes.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. None of my friends. No, I don't know any. None of the people I hang around with encourage our daughters to twerk.
Man, well, they don't be saying go.
No.
Go, boo-boo.
Now they do. I don't do that shit because
You know what? Because I've been debating. I have been debating about doing this series because there's so many YouTube live videos that I run across where the moms are twerking and smoking and drinking with the baby in the room. I'm gonna send them shits to you, but I've been debating about doing a YouTube series about it, but I ain't gonna do it on Facebook if I do it, because I want to smoke because they all stay in Memphis. I want to smoke, but I don't want to smoke.
Okay.
They all stay in Memphis. But
I know what you're talking about, and I know, but as far as my circle, we don't do that.
Well, forget your circle from the stereotype or the generalization of what you see. Okay, now, from what you see,
using my stereotypes. Now here you go.
Okay, right? From what you see and what you perceive, what is the perception? Do men do that, or do women? Do you see men in the live with their daughter twerking and smoking weed and telling them to do the latest dance?
I see them in lives with other people's daughters. Encourage.
If they're grown, we ain't talking about this.
I ain't talking about grown. I'm talking about kids.
You see men do it?
Yes, I have.
Is that a majority or a minority?
It probably is the minority, but I have seen.
So we talk about
not their daughters, but it may be a girlfriend daughter or a family member, a little cousin. These are all underage, and I ain't talking about underage as in 17. She be like she's 24. I'm talking about little girls.
Way to deflect, woman. So again, is it more women that you see encouraging their daughters to twerk online and do TikTok videos with them, or men?
Overall, it probably is more women. I'll be honest, it probably is more women.
That's true. Okay. Do you think, is it more women that call their daughters bitches and hoes and fast, or is it men that call their daughters bitches and hoes fast? Is it moms or dads?
Mama's calling their daughters bitches and hoes. I'm serious. And
fast. Fast. Or is it dads?
I can't answer that one because
you like an 80s baby like me. Who did you hear saying these things?
If I hear somebody saying these things now, it would be the Gen X. But just coming up, I didn't hear nobody call their daughter
Gen X, male or female? You avoided the question. Oh, so that's three females. There's three females. Okay. Yeah. Do you hear who do you hear this most from? You look like your ugly ass daddy, or you look like your ugly ass mama.
Um, see, that's okay. Next time I'm gonna have these. Since I know how you do, I'm gonna let you
Toxic
win. No,
masculinity,
that's
ladies
okay.
and gentlemen.
I'm gonna let you win this round. But next time I got your ass. But
Can,
okay, go
Your
ahead.
Honor, could you please instruct her to answer the question?
So yes, it's females.
95% of the
No,
public of
ninety-five
the
percent
black
of the bullshit you
community
brought up
I
today.
raise my case, ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
yeah, 95% of the bullshit he brought up today, Your Honor. But when we
I,
reconvene,
that's four.
yeah,
Let me go for five. Let me just go for the knockout.
go ahead. I'm gonna let you win this one today.
Who is more apt to put their teenage son or daughter out? Moms or dads?
I would say dads. I'm serious. I would say dads on this one. Now I ain't even gonna bullshit you.
Dads put out their daughter.
You said sons or daughters.
But I'm saying you both have to be included. You have to include both.
I think the dads will be quicker. Now, if for a woman, I think the moms be quicker to put the daughter out, and dads are quicker to put the son out.
Dads won't put the sons out because dads realize what the sons are going through when they're 16, 17, and 18. We realized we were a bunch of horny motherfuckers with testosterone running through us. Dads also know that our sons have a natural fear of us without us having to hit them or anything. There's just a natural respect there. So no, that's wrong.
Who said
On
that's wrong?
why have you ever told your boys, I'm gonna call your dad?
No,
You've never had to say that to them?
ever.
Well, most women do that, and you know what them kids do? They straighten the fuck up.
And I get
That's a
that. Yeah.
long standing tradition. Men just have a they have a it's the same thing with the daughters. Men just have a natural respect from both of their kids. So they don't have to go their kids don't try them like they do their moms. That's why we used to see a lot of the family shows. The kid would go to the mom, and the mom would say, "You have to ask your dad."
Okay. So I get that, but just from my perspective, no, because I'm still mama. So it ain't gonna be a more respect. Just from my point, I ain't never had to say that, and I ain't gonna say it.
Have you ever been married?
I'm currently married.
Oh, well, you haven't said it.
No, I
Uh,
don't have to say that.
Oh God, I need to talk to your husband.
Let me
We
turn
have.
this back
I,
off.
I'm gonna need your husband to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that, but we'll
I'm,
talk about that
I'm,
another time.
I'm gonna need him to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And before the year is out, we're gonna make sure we get you a apron and a set of pots and pans to start year 2020 off right.
What's your address? You can just drop it in the chat on the side. Just
You can send it to my PO box.
okay. Remember,
Mhm.
I'm the credit lady. I find
Yes,
it.
sir. You crazy niggas ain't sending no anthrax to my house. Send it to the PO box.
That's okay. I find it. Don't worry about it. I figure it out.
Man, you can find the PO box.
hmm You got a paper trail somewhere.
When I say I'm smart, I know to put my assets in other people's names, but trusted other people's names.
hmm Okay.
I know the loopholes too. I'm just waiting on the right investor in the iron to strike to take it to another level.
That's true.
So, what do you you being in the tax field? Have you heard anything about what's going to go on with this new? Is it going to be
Mhm.
delayed? Is it going to
It's
be a
going
lot of?
to sum it up, is going to be hell. I've been telling my tax clients, especially those who, I mean, regular 1040 where you don't have a small business, it's no Schedule C. It's, from my perception, it's going to be delayed as far as the refunds. Kind of like last year, where there was a little more of a delay than people are used to seeing. But if you have a small business and you did any of those PPE or SBA loans or any of that, it's going to be hell if your paperwork is not in order.
Why?
Why?
You think it's going to be a random thing, or they're just going to hold everybody that's gotten there?
I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be random. I think it's going to be a nationwide delay, but then there are certain people that may be targeted.
Interesting. So I heard a lot of people say that the stimulus checks that we got were just tax credits. Is there any truth to that?
The stimulus check was part of a credit that, which one was it? Not the child credit. I want to say it was the Making America Work or something opportunity. It was a credit. It's a credit that's going to be on your taxes for next year. This was like a prepayment of that credit. So people who are used to higher refunds or would have got that credit or a similar credit, you'll still get a refund, but it's not going to be as much as you're used to getting because you just got a prepayment on that particular credit.
So it's really not gonna. It's not anything major. Just might be a couple $100.
Well, no. Well, it's gonna work for some people. So for some people who got the stimulus, who would have owed anyway and wouldn't have got that credit, you made out wonderful because you got the credit that you wouldn't have got or been able to get in its entirety because you got it through the stimulus. For people who are used to getting $8,000-$9,000 on refunds, I wouldn't look to see that this coming tax period.
Is there any way people could get some type of tax credit for homeschooling their kids during the pandemic?
Right now, I'm not sure. I would have to look and see if you actually homeschool, not virtual school. Now, if you actually homeschooled your child, then yes.
Well, I mean, shit, virtual schooling is the same thing. They can't go to school, so I mean, it's pretty much
now,
the same thing.
Virtual schooling, I would have to look and see if there would be any tax credits. Homeschooling would mean I came up the curriculum, I administered, I applied to be able to have this curriculum and all that. You're doing all the teaching. Virtual schooling, you're basically just setting them up on a computer. So
what about Gateway? Gateway has been around for like years, and that's been like a homeschool that a lot of people have done throughout the years.
Now, homeschooling, depending on, so if you went through and you got, and for lack of a better word, certified to do homeschooling, and you're saying that if you're, so say if I brought kids in and I'm homeschooling them in my home as a business, then I could get some tax credit for that, depending on how you get it set up. But as far as the virtual school, I'm not sure. I have to look and see, but I can come back with an answer to see if there's anything that'll be given. As far, I don't see it happening because they're giving like the pandemic EBT. They've given people the computers. They're giving people the hotspot. So there's really nothing to write off because there's nothing you had to really do.
Fuckers ain't giving me shit.
What?
I've tried. But we know with everything, it's right. How you word it.
Right.
It's how you word it.
That is true. I'll have to revisit why they ain't getting you nothing. We'll go back and look.
Oh no, because I don't know. They probably looked at my YouTube page and said, this nigga here is crazy. He can't talk about black women like that. We need them. They're the right hand of white supremacy. We gotta have the black women in power.
Oh,
that's blame y'all for 95% of the. That's fine. We're gonna come back.
Our next
episode is definitely going to be who are the better parents. And I want you to read all them 60 articles, and you may find 2 out of the 60 that give women that say women are. So then we still got to say 58-2 means that we still won by a landslide.
No. That's okay. I'm gonna have to give my best friend so she can come on here with me and yeah, because this I'm gonna let you win this round.
I love threesomes. I love threesomes. I be right in the middle of both of y'all arguing it out. I'm still gonna win. Like when you watch this replay, you're gonna be like, "Damn, I agree with this nigga an awful lot."
No, I agree. I agree with the bullshit points that you came with. What? No, it's the
bullshit.
I agree.
My points are bullshit.
I agree. I agree with the you really. I give it to you. Did your homework. You picked out specific topics and points that you knew I would agree with.
Hey, I did not think. I did not think of any of this shit. But the shit that I did bring up is shit that I stand on and I believe in. I may make a joke about it in the way I deliver it, but I'm very serious about the message. That's why I had to. Even you saying yes, I agree. Those are real issues that we deal with that we just try to breeze past.
And that's true.
Men have their role in it, but unfortunately, our role is 5% of the problem. It's minor. It's easy for us to fix. It's easy for us to fix our shit. We can fix our shit like that.
Well, why y'all ain't it?
Because a lot of us are beta males and simps. That's why, because we were raised by black women and we feel like we can't criticize them. We're taught to hate our dad no matter what the fuck they did, but forgive our mom and love our mom no matter what. My mom loved to throw up commandment number 5, honor thy father and mother, but as I always tell her, respect is earned, not fucking given. I'm like, if you're a shitty mom, if God wants me to respect you, being a shitty mom, fuck you and him. It's just how I feel.
Okay, but with that, so you said most men are raised by single parent. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
So, if that's true, whose fault is that?
The women for picking ain't shit niggas to procreate with.
So it ain't the ain't shit niggas' fault for being not shit?
5%.
It's only 5% of y'all fault. So if you ain't shit because it's 5% you and 95% because of a woman. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's bullshit. That is pure bullshit at its finest.
Hey, it holds weight. You have agreed to several points I brought up that proves my 95%.
No, they don't. Them 5 little points do not account for this 95%.
At the end, check this out. No child can get here unless the mom decides to get pregnant. If I got you pregnant right now, you could decide I want to make this nigga a daddy or I'm going to kill this baby. If I want the baby, I can't stop you from killing it. If I don't want the baby, I can't make you have it. You have total control. That's why I say 95% women. Y'all have total control unless you're raped.
Okay, yeah, but once you hear, so if you grown and you know you ain't shit nigga, so when that 5% that you say that's just solely on you, the other 95%, when you gonna put that to the side and decide to become some other than ain't shit?
Why would you as a woman sleep with a man that you know ain't shit? Well, fuck, I won't say why would you sleep with him. Sleeping with him's fine. The nigga might have a big dick or whatever. He ain't shit. You just get your rocks off. The sexual, that's cool. Why would you procreate with this man? If a man tells you, I don't want to have a child with you, why would you still have that child?
Now, my personal belief, I wouldn't. That's just me. A lot of women don't feel like that.
The majority of women feel like that.
A lot of women don't feel like that. I don't feel, even with abortion, if I know there's somebody that I'm with and it wouldn't just be, it's just going to be my choice. That'll be something that'll be discussed. Ultimately, it's my choice because I'm going to do what I'm going to do within my body, but I don't feel like that.
How many times? Go ahead. I was just going to ask, how many times is the man not the father on Mari?
I don't know. It's kind of even. It's a lot. I think more. He decide no. He decides to share because that sensationalism. That's going. Ain't nobody gonna keep watching if they always the father. Come on now.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, in order for men not to have to, in order for you to have people not the father, you have to have a woman that was sleeping around with multiple men.
That's
You
true.
can't have a woman come on there and be tested 6 times and she still ain't found out who her baby daddy was.
That is horrible.
95% of the problem.
But you still deflected from the question. So what makes you, if you know you ain't shit, how is it still my fault as a woman that you ain't shit? You know this. You've come to this actualization that you ain't shit. So why is it my fault that you ain't shit?
It's not your fault that I'm not shit. It's
Mm-hmm.
your fault if you decide to have a child by me and then you complain about me not being shit when you knew I wasn't shit from the jump.
That's true. So, but
It's your
still,
fault if you keep fucking with ain't shit niggas and you know what ain't shit niggas look. If you know what an ain't shit nigga look like, you avoid ain't shit niggas.
that is true. Some of them don't know what ain't.
Single parent homes come from a lot of women saying that they niggas ain't shit. They baby daddies ain't shit. And now in 2020, the shit seems to happen when they're pregnant. When they're pregnant, they decide that the nigga ain't shit. Not before.
Uh-huh.
I'm 3 months pregnant. I decide the nigga ain't shit.
Well, I give them one time. Okay, so everybody that got the one ain't shit baby daddy, I'm gonna give you the one time. Now, if it's multiple or you keep having multiple kids when you had already decided he wasn't shit with the first child, then that's your fault. The one time you might have fell for the okie doke. You thought he was shit, you realized he wasn't. Okay, you fucked up. You made a mistake. But the multiple, I mean, that's on you, sis. You knew that.
But even with that one time, all the responsibility fell on you. Cause that nigga ain't shit. And who's
Right.
left with the baby? That's why I have to let women know that like a lot of shit could be stopped if y'all just think and analyze before y'all get pregnant.
But why we always got to think and analyze? Why y'all
Because
just can't stop
because
procreating?
y'all act like y'all got power everywhere else. Y'all claim y'all strong, black, and fucking independent. Act like it.
Okay, we are strong, black, and independent, but why it got to be our? You knew you wasn't shit when you decided to sleep with me.
Men's natural instinct is to sleep with women. That's just natural instinct.
Okay,
So again, you can sleep with an ain't shit nigga, but why do you have to procreate with him?
you don't. That's a
That's
choice.
my point. Y'all got how many type of contraceptives out here?
Why y'all can't be on a
But
contraceptive?
all we got is condoms. That's it.
It's other. Well, is it some
That's
other?
all. That's all we have. And you know what? If we take the condom off at any time during sex, they call that rape. So even for us to sleep with y'all bare, y'all have to give us permission.
That's true.
95%
No, 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 no,
of the problem.
no, no. You're not gonna keep blaming us for y'all fuck ups now. We gonna
Is
take blame for us.
so let it be written, so let it be done.
Bullshit. That's my whole response. That's how I'm gonna end it. I do not agree with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Toxic Masculinity. I'm your host, MoneyBoy Trey. I've been here with Tamara Whitfield. Please let them know where they can find you in your social medias. If they
You
want to contact you about any of your services.
Yeah, so if you're interested in Bella Moon, you can find me on Facebook under Bella Moon Herbals. I am on Instagram, Bella Moon Bruja, and that's BRUJA. You can find 5 Star Credit and B5 Star. It's just B5 Star on Facebook, and I am on Etsy.
You're on who?
Etsy. No,
What?
that's where I sell my herbals. Etsy,
I was
like
about to say, what the
Amazon.
fuck is it? I was about to say,
It's
what
like
the,
Amazon, yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Yes, so you can come and get all your aphrodisiacs. I make candles, I make soaps, I do special orders if it's something particular you're dealing with. If I have the herb for it, I can make it up for you.
And
All
I
you gotta do
also
is
have her links tagged inside of the title that is on this page. And we have been with y'all 2 hours, and I have pretty much kicked her ass on this women's debate. I didn't know we were
oh my
going there,
goodness.
but
Really?
any,
For real?
yes,
Oh, you
anytime
did.
that I can prove that women are 95% of the problem,
But
I
you
am
did.
glad I
But you
did.
did. No, you
When,
didn't.
when
No,
you
you
watch
didn't.
the when you
No,
watch
you
the
didn't.
playback, you gonna hate
I
yourself.
ain't gotta watch the playback because I'm confident in my answers. I agree with what needs to be agreed on, but I still, just like my question, y'all know y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't correcting it. Y'all want to blame us. That
Five
is
percent,
that's the
5%,
95% of the problem. People don't want to take
5%.
responsibility
I
for
gave us
their
5%.
action. No, no, no.
I'm
That's
accepting our blame. You won't accept the 95%.
no. That's the problem with everybody. You don't want to take responsibility for yourself. So instead, you want to say it's 95% our fault when y'all the ones who fucked up.
Kind of like we do with systematic racism and officer brutality and all of that stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, uh-huh. You have to make sure you watch this playback with your husband. He is going to be a fan. And once you get through getting your feelings hurt, proving that when you read all your articles and your
I
feelings
already
are
read
hurt,
one.
that
My
the
feelings was
studies,
not hurt. It's
we're
a
gonna
great
come
article.
back with it. I want you to find your single parent moms. I know a couple single parent dads, and we're gonna have a panel. We can do 3 on 3.
Okay.
And we can go at y'all.
Mhm. Yep. And
Listen,
yep. And now I know how you are with the bullshit. I'm gonna make sure I have my bullshit
you
point.
should have known because I told you to go look me up.
No, I didn't on purpose. I
No,
did.
you should have.
No. I did it on purpose so the answers could be unfiltered. But now that I know, I'm ready.
Now that you know, anything you can throw out, I could say 95% the woman's fault.
I don't know
Starting
where
from
you get this
starting
95%, but okay.
starting from conception, 95%.
95%. Okay.
If I don't rape you, you control if I wear a condom or not. You control if you take the morning after. You
Mhm.
control if you have an abortion. You
Right.
control if you give the baby up for adoption. So at no point when you had all the control should you say this nigga ain't shit. You knew this nigga wasn't shit all through this. Like this nigga didn't just become broke overnight. If the nigga was broke when he met you, he was broke the night he got you pregnant.
He might have put up a facade. She might have just fell for the
So
what
that's
it
still
happened.
95% your fault for being a dumbass. True or false?
Oh
If
no,
if
it's
if I
not.
get if I get scammed right now, is that my fault or the person who scammed me fault?
It's both of y'all fault.
No, it's my fault for being a dumbass. They just doing their job. They're
Uh-huh.
doing that natural instinct to survive.
So
It's
are
just
you
like women. Women's
uh-huh.
natural instinct to survive is to find the man with money and power.
What? No. See, no,
Now,
this gonna be another 2 hours. We gonna come
go
back
ahead.
to that. Nope. Because that's
Tell
some
me,
bull.
tell me
Ooh,
how that's not. What
what?
woman has when women are kids and they have this dream wedding? Is
Uh
it ever with a broke nigga or is it with a prince?
huh. Is
It's
it with
with
a?
a prince.
Is it
It's
with
with
a
a prince,
prince?
right? And the prince has money and power, right?
Uh huh.
There I go. So I mean, come on now.
No.
It's natural. There's nothing wrong with that. That's natural instinct for women
So men's natural instinct is just to get us pregnant, and
to to compete. If you look at nature, yes, we're no different.
and
It's to
women's
compete.
natural instinct is to find the money and the power through a
Do
man.
you see? Do you ever see any female animals in nature with the nigga that lost the fight?
I don't know. I ain't watching no National
Well,
Geographic.
watch any National Geographic and see who gets all the bitches. Is it the one that lost, or is it the one that won? And that's why the young bucks be challenging the old niggas all the time. A lot of the times the young people win, but most of the time the old nigga use that experience and get them.
Okay. I'm listening.
You are into Africans, or you're into spirituality, you should know everything goes back to nature.
Yes, that's true.
Everything.
The alpha does win. That's true.
And that's just nature. I mean, even when you have wars like in the Bible, who did the women go with? Did the women become slaves and stay with the niggas that lost and got killed? Or did they say, well, y'all won, I'm going to marry y'all, peace out?
That's true.
You go with the person that has the power. That's why nerds aren't checked for.
Well, that's just our innate ability to survive. That's a survival instinct. So I'm going to go with who I feel is going to help me survive.
And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just this natural instinct. See, at least you admitted to that. I finally got her to be like, well, you know what? I ain't got no loopholes on that one.
It only took you an hour and 59 minutes.
Nope. Nope. Like if we went to the scorecards with the judges, this would be unanimous.
No, it's just the points that you brought out. I did agree with. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't just gonna sit here and just be on the women's side. I'm agree with it. But you left out a lot of shit too.
The points you brought out.
You the host, so I'm gonna roll with you this time.
I'm not always right. If you got me, you got me.
No, I ain't say you was. I'm saying the points you brought out, most of those I agree with it. I still don't agree with this 95%. I don't know where the fuck you came up that. Did you just pull the number out the sky?
Right, I did. I came up with an arbitrary number that fit for me, and the more and more I talked to women about it, I was like, hey, this number is fucking accurate.
So you did your own research? Okay.
Like, Adam was on the earth chilling by himself, right? Eve came. What happened?
I don't know. I skipped over that part.
Samson was out here chilling, strong as a mug, and he let the woman do what? Trick him.
And whose fault was that?
It's 5% his fault because he was a simp. He was a simp.
Okay, so who fault is it?
Simp.
Okay, and it was 95% fault of a woman's
yes.
fault.
The woman cut his hair off, but she
allowed the lighter to come in.
Yes,
he allowed it.
Yes, we do. We do that. We allow y'all to use y'all feminine charm. Unfortunately,
Adam allowed Eve to say, "Come on, baby, come on over here."
Unfortunately, titties and ass don't affect me like that anymore. It did before. It got me 4 times. I am now a smarter person. It can't get me like that anymore.
Out of them 4 times.
So I'm peeping that shit.
So out of them 4 times, that was 95% your fault, right?
I accept responsibility for all of that.
Oh, finally.
But guess what I always say though?
What?
I say, I'm here at home right now, live with you, and guess where my children are?
Where?
With their moms, because at the end of the day, they have total control of everything that goes on.
I don't agree with that, but okay.
I mean, the kid ain't I on live with you? They ain't live. They're not. So the kid is the state even gives them that power and responsibility when the child is born. Because I've signed 4 birth certificates, and all 4 of them motherfuckers said dad's information not needed. And in a lot of states that men have no jurisdiction unless they have a DNA test. You can sign the birth certificate, but you ain't got no rights unless you take a DNA test and prove that's your child. And then it's still, they give women like 75% custody, men 25%. So why wouldn't I give y'all 95% of the blame when these kids come out fucked up and the government gives y'all all the power.
Because you can have more influence to prevent them from being fucked up.
Not when y'all have all the power and the state backs y'all.
It's ways around it. It's always a loophole. And I got a perfect guess for you. I know somebody who has plenty of influence and fights for that all the time. He's in Detroit.
Oh, he gonna agree with me.
Well, he an asshole like you, so yeah, we have plenty of conversation. He is an asshole. That's my.
You gotta say, men tend to be like, well, you know what? I might not like how this nigga saying it, but this nigga got a point.
He's an asshole, so he probably would.
Why we gotta be assholes instead of truth tellers?
Okay, would you prefer asshole truth teller?
No, I'm just saying, why we gotta be assholes? Why can't we just be? Why can't we be just brothers who say the truth?
Your points are valid. It is your delivery. I ain't offended by your delivery. I'm being real. I'm not offended by your
Why
delivery.
would anybody be offended by my delivery? And that's how they mama talk to them.
I don't know who mama talk to. My mama don't talk to me like that. But
well, yours don't. But you grew up in a black neighborhood. You heard black mamas talking shit to their kids. You've seen TV shows. You've seen YouTube videos.
I have.
You've seen World Star. So why would how I say it be any different than how a nigga mama talk to them?
Because you ain't their mama.
But it shouldn't be shocking though. You've heard
it shouldn't be
that shit.
And then too, I mean, and that ain't right. But like you said, that's why you wind up in Facebook jail all the time, because you're a man.
You hear it in rap songs. You hear it in music videos. You hear it in you hear it in movies.
Right.
You hear it in TV shows. You got Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Don't make no difference. That's exactly going back to your point. That's why you wind up in Facebook jail all the time. Because of who you are. It don't make it right. I don't think you shouldn't be, but
I can watch Jesse Smollett kiss a nigga on TV, but I can't talk about black women on Facebook without being in jail. This is fucking retarded.
No, because a lot of women, and now they ain't gonna like me, black women are sensitive. And so most of the time, the people who reporting you, I'm sure, is that whoever that woman is that you.
It's the algorithm. I don't think it's anybody actually reporting me, because I don't think they're smart enough to do that. It's the algorithm. Because I noticed when I was doing my pro-black shit and I talked about religion and I talked about white people, I never got put in jail.
Really?
It wasn't until I started talking about something that really affects our community, and if it gets cleaned up, we can have instant change, that I started getting put in jail.
It could be.
Because most of the women that be like, you hate black women and all of that shit, you know what they don't do? They don't unfriend me.
Now that's a good point. Because if I see something I don't like, I ain't got to say nothing. I just unfriend, block, delete. I ain't got to see it no more.
Such as gay porn. I don't watch it. I would never be on gay porn complaining about what they're doing on gay porn, because I don't fucking watch it. I don't
mean that you're watching it to know what they're doing.
Exactly.
I don't think everybody get that though. I strongly agree with that. If it's something, you ain't got to always make your opinion. If you don't like it, just don't look at it. Just keep going. Just like you don't like Brunel. So just keep on scrolling.
I didn't say I criticized Lunel and I went on about my business, because like I said, Lunel is old enough to be somebody's grandmother.
But
they go
the
back
point
to
we just made, you didn't have to criticize though.
Yes, I did. That's what I do. Because that is what I do. I'm an entertainer.
Okay.
And it's no different than anybody else. Most of the time when we post something, we're giving our opinion or criticism about something.
That's true.
If I go to a restaurant and I don't like it, I can get on Yelp. So if I see Lunel, why can't I give my criticism on it and go on about my life? It ain't like I'm beating her down and I'm on a crusade. That shit was a couple days ago. I'm on to another topic.
That's true.
But I can use her as part of my 95% example, because she's out here, the old bitches. This is what old bitches is doing. And not just any old bitches, old black bitches. Don't put me in Facebook jail, please. Facebook, please, please. Don't put me in jail.
You about to go for that one. See, you should.
Nah, like I said, it's normally the post and not the videos. Ain't nobody even watching right now, so ain't nobody heard that. And we're 2 hours in, so
Okay.
I think I'm safe.
Okay, you might be.
But yes, I have enjoyed talking to y'all. I hope
too.
y'all went out there and voted, no matter who you voted for. The goal at the end of the day is to make America great again, because we are all Americans. Biden wants to make America great again. Trump wants to make America great again. And everyone that was born here should want to make America great again in whatever way you think that is. Miss Lady, definitely make sure that you hit me up so we can schedule this next show, and give them your social media one more time before we get out of here.
Okay, I sure will. So you can find me on Facebook under Bella Moon Herbals. You can find me as far as tax services and credit restoration and business consulting under B5 Star, and it's spelled out B, the word 5, and the word star.
That's a 5-star chick. Is that it?
Yes, thank you. That was it. All right. Well, thank you. I enjoyed my time. You were hilarious, but
I enjoyed you as well. It always remember, y'all hold 95%.
If I could hang up or leave right now, I would have just right then. If I could have just cut it off, I would have cut you off right then.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in to Toxic Masculinity. I'm your host, MoneyBoy Trey. See y'all again soon. As always, like, share, subscribe, comment on this video. Peace.
MoneyBoy. Trade. MoneyBoy. Trade.
Private jet flights overseas.